till the day I die. Hey, swing those hips around. Can't stop, roll back down. My ladies, short, tall, thin or wide, always down and ready to ride.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special season-ending Stanley Cup Finals preview with your boys on the 1973 podcast. We're hoping for some big guests, but everybody's busy. Not yet, maybe. So we got to fill in we spackle in the cracks. It's like a leaky basement. Get the Flex Seal in there and fill that stuff. This boat will float with a screen door in it, one way or the other. So let's turn this all hockey episode over to co-host for the night, hockey extraordinaire, Derek. Let's go.
Oh, I thought you were going to introduce Brad. You're far too kind.
Bradford. Where are you, Bradford? Funny about that. Without Brad was asking if we were still doing it. I said, "Well, you said you weren't ready to come on. Graduation stuff. I get it." He's like, maybe I'll pop on. So maybe he'll pop on. So.
Listen, for our last segment about the state tax loophole, I think Brad would be perfect for that because of the whole tinfoil conspiracy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that might not be a bad idea. No, how did we get here, right? Vegas and the Canes just kind of went through everybody like it was nothing. For the Canes, they're the first team with only one loss in the playoffs since the 83 Oilers. Now, that team got swept by the Islanders, but that was kind of the beginning of, okay, we're going to go on our run, and this is what we do. I watched those games against the Canadiens with the Canes, and I was utterly impressed by their physicality, which I hadn't seen before. They averaged about 35 hits a game. They had a one game high at 46. And I was telling Ryan, the big stat to me was that they doubled the amount of hits in the first two series against Lane. They went after Lane Hudson. And that's, let's be honest, that's smart. That's what you got to do. You got to beat up the puck carrier. You got to say, well, we dumped the puck in his corner. Is he going to go get it now? Or is he going to maybe take an extra little swing? Just a master class by Rod Brindamore, who, this is crazy. You ready for this? There's 99 franchise wins in Hurricane playoff history. He's been involved in 97 of them. Yeah. So that's the one guy, the one team, to me at least, where it feels like if they put him up on the screen as an advertisement for the game, the coach would be the first guy that you would market. Other than, you with the Knights, you can go Marner, you can go Eichel. Hell, you could go Shea Theodore, but you know what I'm saying? It's and we'll get to the coaching matchup, but I think it's Ryan texted earlier in the group and said this is going to be a chess match, and hell yeah, I really, for hardcore hockey fans, this should be a pretty good series actually.
You got to figure it's like everyone's kind of going like possibly Avs versus the Habs just to have that freaking back and forth. But once again, it just shows that tough playoff style hockey wins out. It's a masterclass in how you have to be able to play in the playoffs. So it doesn't. Yep. It's the Leafs. Why do the Leafs? It's not that they don't have a good team. They don't have a playoff built team.
Right.
Oh,
and
no dog on it.
And then to win in the long run,
you got to have dogs.
That's what you need. I was taken back by, whatever. They always trying to throw you like useless stats or whatever, and they just kind of like threw up like Vegas's record, and I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, they got like the third column, like they got a losing record. Like if you look at their record with the overtime losses and the shootout losses, they had a losing record for like the season.
They had the same amount of regular season wins as the San Jose Sharks, who had the second pick in the draft.
It's crazy, but it just goes to show all you got to do is get in.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's no shootouts in the playoffs, so it doesn't matter.
Nope.
Great
Get
point.
in
Yeah.
and you need
Nope.
the thing is St. Louis brought back the tempo of how to grind out for the playoffs. I believe Ryan had
Yeah.
mentioned that in
Yeah.
the Stanley Cup playoff preview show that we had. But that's the hockey that the fans want to watch. You're not playing. You're not playing. You're not calling these guys and wishing them well. You're watching it as a fan. And that's what you want to see. You don't want to see a bunch of just gaga and end-to-end rushes the worst. You don't want to see it go back to the trap in the 90s. You don't want to see that.
No.
But you take a guy like Sam Bennett, that is a playoff performer in modern day hockey right there. That's the dog that you need.
Yep.
Not a big scorer during the regular season, but get that guy in the playoffs. Boom. He's like speaking of different players in the playoffs, I'm going to bring him out. R.I.P. Claude Lemieux. There's the perfect example. Not a 50-goal scorer. I think he had more playoff goals than he had regular season goals some years. And it's just guys that are legit, know how to raise the stakes and do what it takes to win in the playoffs. That's what, and they brought that back, and kudos to the modern day playoffs for letting that happen. Ed, you want to add?
Yeah, I'm just going to say.
Share with the group, Ed?
I would like to share with the group, Andy. I would love to. I think it really comes back to is that, regular season hockey and playoff hockey are two totally different things. Regular season hockey, there's a ton of space out there. It gives everybody room to move and make and allow everybody to be pretty. Well, the thing about it is just like all of a sudden playoff hockey, the speed gets ratcheted up. And the thing is, you can't play that for an 82 game season.
Right.
You just can't.
Exactly.
You just can't play that way. But the thing is that like all of a sudden you can see the guys that they don't have a problem with having somebody hanging on them, putting a body on them, stuff like that, and they can still get shot off. And they play physical, and they understand how the game is played. And it's not sustainable for 82 games, and that's what makes playoffs so great. This is exciting to watch. Some of the things that we've seen. I'm gonna toss this out to the group. I think that there's been some ticky-tacky calls lately this year. I think with hooking, come on. You put your stick over somebody, that's a hook. These guys basically used to grab jerseys like they were playing defensive back in the 1970s in the NFL. And they wouldn't call anything. So but I think that it's great hockey. It's exciting to watch. There's been some great hits. It shows that teams can evolve during the playoffs because Montreal did not evolve in the Carolina series at all.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to add much to that, Ed, but what's going to happen is over by Monday, maybe even by tomorrow, you'll start hearing the injury report. And I was saying that I think some Canadian players that are really banged up that haven't really, elaborated on what these ailments are, but it'll come out. And if you've seen the list of things that some of the guys were playing with that have been eliminated in the playoffs, it's pretty epic.
Very much so.
Look at like Slafosky. Once he got dropped by Hagel, he kind of dropped off a little bit. So
really did.
Who knows if he rung his bell. He went down when he punched him. So he might have been battling it right through.
Yep. Good point. And they played 2 7-game series, and Ed, to further your point there, I always buy into that. You got to learn to lose before you can learn to win. Wayne Gretzky said it. Speaking of the '83, they got swept by the Islanders in the final. Then they run off that 4 out of 5. But I think I think the Habs will be back. They got to be smart with the right type of player, as we said. But everything is there, man. Everything is there, and they get Michael Hayes next year, Ryan. So
before we put Montreal to rest, we have to talk to the resident Habs fan. What happened, buddy?
Got nobody playing around him. Globus can only do so much, and you're only getting 12 shots a game.
Yeah.
I told the guys it's like them losing those 2 overtime games that they shouldn't have even been in. The only reason why they were in them was because of the goaltending. Yep. The only game that the Habs legit won was when Carolina was on 12 days without playing.
Right.
And then that was all goaltending. Tell you what,
Yep.
I mean,
100%.
he didn't get much votes for the Calder, obviously, with everybody else all vote for the same guy.
Yeah.
What a surprise. Out of
Yeah.
Ohio State too. I didn't even realize that. And then I watch a lot of college hockey.
Yeah. Same here. Yep.
Sometimes those guys that slip through the cracks and they just need a legit chance with somebody that can.
Yeah. Well, you got top prospect Fowler coming out of BC. Is his backup?
Yeah. And now what, Ryan? Right now, what do you do?
Put him on the market.
Yeah.
I think the job's won there.
Yeah.
If this playoffs showed you anything, it shows that you don't need a superstar goalie. You just need somebody that's solid, that's steady. Can't stand Michael Felger, but he actually has been preaching this almost since midseason. And I mean, for the playoffs, he's right. These guys like Dobis, to be honest with you, I mean, not even Dobis. Freddie Andersen really didn't even start most of the season. It was Brendan Bussey. So I mean,
he's on the back end though.
I kind of feel bad for Bussey because I thought he kind of deserved to be this. I mean, I think Rod went with the vet.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of think that Bussey deserved to be the starter going into the whole thing.
Well, he's not getting a shitload of work either, though. You know what I mean? They're not like at the end
He's
of the
seeing all the shots.
Yeah, so that's part of the thing. So if you're going to roll with somebody with a chance to win the cup, you got to go with the vet because you can start with a clean slate next year. If Freddie's kind of he's 39,
he might not even be there.
Right, he's 39.
No, I don't think he will. I don't think he will because Kochetkov will be back, Ryan. So
yeah. So there's your two for next year. With I don't want to. I'll go on record right now. I don't want to see him win. I'm rooting for Vegas big time, just for the obvious reasons. I should have busted out the 79 jersey tonight.
Oh, so hey, is that a good segue? Do we want to talk Vegas and how they got here and just the run they've been on? I mean, Torts, that's the third coach with less than 10 games left in the season to get to the Cup final. The first one was Roger Nielsen with those beloved 82 Richard Brodeur-led Canucks.
Yep.
And then Larry Robinson, and they won in 2000. Jason Arnott scored that double overtime. But insane run. I mean, as I really try to look at it, I really thought a healthy back to form William Karlsson made a big difference. He's a really good defensive player as well, and they've got a top 4 defense core that's tough to beat, and they don't even have Pietrangelo. That's what amazes me too. So, and of course, and we all love it that Marner has just upped his game, and it's driving everybody up in Toronto crazy. But I was telling my sons, I'm happy that the general public now, if they're going to watch, gets to see just how good of a player he is. He's such a good player. He's so good defensively, such a smart player. And he might be the best passer in the game, especially as a winger, especially. But
it seems to me that like a lot of the players from Toronto also kind of had the Boston Bruins disease. You play pretty well for the Bruins, and then they hate them in the media, and then he goes off and plays, and they win a Stanley Cup somewhere.
Yeah, it's quantified more up there, though. It's just so much quantified, so bad up there. But I'm very impressed. They, like you said about the regular season, I think there were 6 teams that had more wins than them, and they were tied with the Sharks. And here they come, just buckled down. They bought into what. And hey, do you guys think Torts is even going to be back?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You think they might give him another go? I mean, if you're bringing somebody in for the Lee Arthur Smith little bump, like we're going to close this thing out,
who
might
better?
not have a better guy than Torts.
Yeah.
The thing that's funny is you look at his post game, all of a sudden he's jolly Torts. Don't got nothing bad to say. It's like, I'm just stepping in. I, point the guys in the right direction. I'm like, what the fuck? There's gonna be somebody sitting back somewhere going, man.
They say off the ice, he's like Belichick off of the football field, where he's like a completely different person. I mean,
you
they
can
say he's
what you
big
want.
at the charities.
You can say what you want about him. That's a stand-up man. That is salt of the earth. Like he's a solid person.
And Ryan, I
mean,
think
you might not like his coaching style or how he goes about things, but
yeah,
I don't think you're gonna get a better person than him to be in your organization.
I just thought about too. I think being behind the bench with Sullivan with the Olympics and being last year with the Four Nations, I think maybe he evolved a little bit because we were like, "Hi, he's a dinosaur. Look what he did with the Flyers," and go back to the Canucks trying to make the Sedin twins shot blockers. But yeah, I got to hand him a lot of credit. I think he evolved as a coach. Even I think he's 68 now, 67, 68. And 22 years in between trips to the Cup Finals is pretty wild in my book. It's crazy. So
Two
full
different
marks to
styles
Torts.
of hockey, though, right? Between then and now.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, how many players have come and gone in the league that are legit Hall of Famers that didn't even get that run since his last Cup appearance?
Yep. Right. Exactly. Crazy. And then, as far as Vegas goes, you can hate them all you want, but shit, you've got to respect them. I mean, Tom, they're like the Patriots.
Yeah.
They just don't give a shit. Like all they want to do is win.
Yeah.
That's all that matters is winning.
There's no rebuild with them.
Yeah.
And for all the talk of Carolina being physical, Vegas has almost as many. Vegas has more hits, but they've played 3 more games in the playoffs. Vegas, I think, has like 539 hits in 16 games. So they're right there. Both teams are going to need ice packs after this series.
No, they've got solid, big, heavy fourth lines. A guy like Colasar is comes up big this time of year with the physicality. And like I said, they don't care. They are the NWO of the NHL. They come out and say, we don't apologize for shit. McCrimmon,
Just
George
win.
McPhee. George McPhee's kind of like he was as a player, just doesn't give a shit. So full marks to them, man. I really feel it's gonna be a very good matchup, chess match, like Ryan said. So
that just to circle back to Ed's comment about the calls, I think what you're seeing right now, the calls being a little ticky tacky in the playoffs, is because they're going through a transition of a lot of new younger referees, and the older guys that know how the playoff structure is. So you got a lot of newbies in there. So it's gonna be tough for a couple of years until they get up to speed. But that kind of is the new NHL for a lot of different reasons. Going back to like the 22-year span between Cup appearances for Torts, there's a lot of changes in between there. A lot of changes.
You totally lose the nuance of letting them play with the young officials.
Yeah.
I think back to that 2011 Game 7, Tommy, against Tampa.
Yep.
For the Bruins, they just let them play. It was a 1-0 masterpiece, really. It really was. So, but Ed, as far as the penalties and stuff like that, the league itself, they've got to do something with this embellishment with the high sticks.
Yes.
I mean,
that is bogus.
You know something though, it comes back to the officiating.
Yeah.
You got to have officials that are smart to the game.
Yeah. So
when people are diving, so you're not.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really care if they call the embellishment. Sometimes I think the embellishment calls over the top. You just don't give them the call, and then you verbalize it to them. The refs are talking to the players. It's like, dude, fucking get up.
Yeah.
If you're not getting the calls, you're not going to do it.
It's like,
but if you are getting the calls, then I can't blame you for doing it, because how do you win games? You win games on a power play.
Right.
So if you're getting the calls, you feel a little bit of a tug, you lose the puck, you might as well go down.
That just happened in the Canada-U.S. World Championship game. Old Matty Tkachuk took a dive, and the ref said, "Matthew, you're better than that." Didn't call it.
I got to call out Lane Hudson. Fuck, guy's diving all over the place, dude. Like, fuck, come on, dude, stop it. and I love him as a player.
Love him. Yep, but it was tough. You're right.
The worst. I mean, they were on him. So
they
got to do what you got to do a bit, but it's like, come on, bro. You're better than that.
I think it was Game 4. Somebody laid the wood on him behind the net, and for the rest of that period, every time that they went to go hit him, he spun out of the way because he did not want to get hit.
Exactly.
He's not a big kid.
No.
And he like the game they lost in OT, he turned it over. It wasn't like he turned it over and they popped it in. His turnover cost him that game.
It did.
Yep, he owned it. Yep. But Tommy, it's kind of similar to me, and Andy talked about that 19 Blues team. They beat the shit out of Matt Grzelcyk, and Matt Grzelcyk was probably the best skating defenseman the Bees had, puck moving wise, and he was done. I think after Sunquist hit him in like game 2 or something like that. So it's a great point. You know, the small defenseman to get targeted. That's playoff hockey, guys. So
It is.
there you go.
If you
Andy, do you want to talk about the tender matchup here?
Yeah, before you do that, I want to shed some light on the Phantom has a signed picture of Rod the Bod in back of him that is on camera, I believe.
Does he really?
I do.
Nice.
In the Flyers uniform.
The good one. That's awesome.
Not in a Blues uniform?
Andy Clark, you've never been saying that you don't have an eye for detail.
Eye for detail. Just a little memorabilia, quick trip down memory lane. But go ahead, we'll talk goaltending matchup. I'm going. Should I get the jersey? Do I need to get the jersey?
Why not, man? Why not?
Put that thing on eBay.
Yep.
It's from that lousy stadium series that they had.
Where the numbers were like the size of a right tackle.
Yeah, not that one though. It was the white and black one that they had.
Okay. No. Both goalies here. Hart played solid, if not spectacular, solid. I would say. And Andersen has literally been lights out, like we already talked about. He was well rested. I think the 2 sweeps really helped him get more rest. So right now, Andersen is at 1.44 with a 9.28, and Hart is 2.22 with a 9.24. And when we talked in the playoff preview pod, those are kind of numbers that are getting you close to Conn Smythe territory. I think, especially if the Canes win, I think Andersen gets it. Also, circle back. We were talking about the fact
no votes for Taylor Hall.
We'll get there. No, we'll get there.
All right.
You're absolutely right. We'll get there, but I think, not to belabor the point, but the fact that Claude Lemieux was his agent, I think, is a huge.
That's going to be the big story. They'll play up.
Yep. Oh yeah, they're going to play that up. Yep, they're going to play that up for sure. So, but either guy. I mean, yeah. For Hart and Andy, I know. Listen, in one of the texts is like, don't we blame Bettman for everything? Well, yeah, he told all those teams, did he not? Do not tender these guys contracts. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ryan. Like Cal Foote, who's the Formenton and Hart, all those guys, the London 6 or 7. He told them don't tender them contracts, and here we are. I mean, he wasn't going to play in Canada. It would have been a nightmare for him. And here he is in Vegas. And I think we talked about it in the preview as well. Like the Torts Hart combo, I mean, had to be worth something. So he played well.
He had him in Philly.
Yep. So I think he's played well. But Andersen, yeah, and I think Andy's right. I think this is, Freddie's could be a swan song unless he wants to be a backup, maybe for your Blackhawks.
No.
Like a Jonathan Quick type end of the career.
Yeah, well, yes, good call. But no, I think it's it's not Wah Brodeur in 01, but it's a solid matchup for sure. And I got to give the edge to Andersen. He's really played well.
Better mask. He's got the better mask. I'll say that.
That's always a plus, right?
Like Lego guys versus country music. I'm going Lego guys.
I agree. Anything else on the goalies, guys?
I was going to say, yeah, you're voting heavy Hart.
No pun intended.
Yeah, some people might say O.J. Simpson. So pick your poison.
Well, going back to what Derek was talking about the contract for Hart, it's not that the Flyers weren't taking him back. He just said that he wasn't going back.
No.
Oh yeah.
So for whatever sure. it don't, these Flyers, my people that chirp on the, they're a little bit misled sometimes because it wasn't that Danny and Jonesy didn't want him back. It was that
Right.
he said that he's just going to explore other options, and then he
Now,
fell into the
You're
bait.
him. Do you want to play in Philly? The Philly fans would have took him back. There's no
Oh,
doubt about that. But
without
do you
a
want
doubt.
to play in New York? Do you want to play in New Jersey? Do you want to play in Boston? Or do you want to go out west?
Right. Right.
in play in Nevada where they allow sexual deviancy? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
I think that isn't that part of the bonus playing out there.
The bonus of the
Oh, my
bonus.
goodness.
Ed,
Kid
can
Ed.
you call legal? Can you call legal? Are we still safe? Are we in a safe space?
I don't know. I mean, like you guys. I mean, we haven't used certain words tonight, so I think we're still good.
Okay.
There you go.
Yes.
Okay.
I usually need Brad on for the bang bangs and the pow pows and all the other adverbs.
Well,
I mean, the thing is like, see, my human resources and his human resources are a little bit different. You know, his has 5 corners and they drop bombs on people.
Well, there's different human resources if you're elite. Don't forget,
oh, you
because
got
a lot of the other guys are still unemployed.
Yeah. you gotta look at it like this. At least we're getting not shadow banned so far with this episode allegedly because there is no pass more to.
Yes.
Now,
with that being said, is Aiden Hill somewhere trying to drop dimes saying that he heard some shit?
Oh yeah.
Because the guy does have a cup ring and he's sitting on a fucking bench.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, Ryan, he was terrible all season, right? And
Because he's terrible.
Yeah.
He just put it together, you know.
And
they had
Hart
3 goalies that
slowly
season.
built his way up. So yep.
That year that they won the cup, they had him, which he got all the press, but didn't they have Logan Thompson and then they had Quick, right? Those were the 3.
They might have dropped the ball with Logan Thompson because they got a nice squad and they could have probably kept him on the cheap.
Well, little known fact about the Jonathan Quick piggyback to that Stanley Cup. There was somebody else that piggybacked on the high end scratch list during that Stanley Cup. Do you know who it is?
Leonard?
Nope. He usually wore number 81 for his career, but
Phil the
wore
Thrill.
number
That's right.
8.
He did. The hot dog king.
That's right.
Yep. Phil the Thrill.
That's right.
The legend himself.
That's right. Yep. Good call.
Hall of Famer or not Hall of Famer?
Ooh.
3 cups though. 2.
Ooh, that's
Three
a good one.
And a testicular cancer survivor.
I'm gonna have to dive in that one. I mean,
Tom.
yeah. I mean,
What's the career goal total for him?
That's what I was gonna say, Ryan. I have to look up is he a point per game?
Is he 400 goals?
I think he potted for 400. Yes. How many 40 goal seasons?
I'm a big Phil fan. I might just give him the nod on just because I like him.
Thomas, Phil Kessel, Hall of Famer.
Nope.
Okay, good man. That's a strong note right off the bat. I love it.
Does it get any love for never missing any games? I mean, he was the most physical fella, but
yeah.
He never missed a meal either.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, the guy's putting up points as a fat man. Like, you don't get no love for that.
The Kobayashi of the NHL.
What was the it was on a podcast. Somebody was talking about was it Ron Wilson with the Leafs saying that he was like going to mandate, they're going to put in his contract that
with the soda
couldn't drink soda anymore.
That was Randy Carlyle.
Carlyle, thank you.
And he wanted him to weigh in right before every game.
Somebody it was like, I'll fucking quit. I don't fucking care, man. I'll fucking quit. Just the perfect Kessel impression was awesome. So he is the legend. He is the legend for sure.
The sister also a legend.
Yep, absolutely.
Sniper.
So Ryan talked about brought up Taylor Hall's name, and hell yeah, Ryan.
Yep.
Right there, he's the leading scorer for the team, right up there in that Conn Smythe conversation. I wanted to talk about that line in particular. Jackson Blake, Taylor Hall, and Logan Stankoven. They've been lights out. I mean, they've been completely. I think 17 goals, 4th versus 3, 5-on-5.
That is second line, is it not?
That's their. I think it's de facto second, but really they're listed as the 3rd line.
Yeah. I was gonna say on paper they're the 3rd line. Stankoven in the early series is freaking unbelievable. And it's kind of funny that he's like I don't want to say he was like a throw-in on the Ratnan deal,
But
He was
but
a
he
throw-in.
was the guy that was like supposed to be good. That was kind of like
Yep.
kind of floating around. That never really went over the top. And
Yep.
kid plays with big balls. I mean,
Yep.
he's not the biggest guy. They take some nice runs at him too. You kind of. It's funny because you get like playoff time. You got those guys with like zero stature. You're not going to be physical, but you're going to be able to eat it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And he does it, and
Yep.
you know, you love to see it. And those are the guys that become sweethearts for their teams.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Yep. And yeah, you're right. He's kind of like that. Hey, we want the draft picks. However, common, we need a young, controllable roster player in that deal. And that was perfect. I mean, Tulski nailed that. So yeah, they've got 35% of the points for the team. And they've just, you could see they just click. He's, and Hall, holy cow.
He's got more points than games.
Yeah.
I think he's got what's he got? 16 and 13 or something like that.
Yep. And he's played pretty edgy too. He's pissed off a lot of.
He's got the Montreal fans saying he's trying to go knee on purpose, and I'm like, come on, dude. They're like this guy doesn't lay no bodies on nobody. So if he's just like in playoff mode.
Playoff mode.
Maybe
he's leading with his knee, but he don't know how to check. He's not freaking checking nobody.
Yep.
You think he's back on the Yale like the old days in New Jersey?
Oh man. Hey, I'll tell you what. First overall, so won an MVP. That guy can put together a good cup and bang out a lot of points, and somehow, some way, can win himself a Conn Smythe. You never know. We might be talking him and Phil and going into maybe they'll go in together.
I mean, Tom, I thought he played well for the Beasts when they picked him up.
Oh yeah, he was a lot better defensively.
Not for the Blackhawks.
He played a lot better defensively than I thought he was. As just watching him from afar when he was with Edmonton.
Don't you think there's something up with guys that are talented though, like that, where there's something that you don't know about them because they do that rotation of teams that they can't just. There's just we'll never know it because that's always been my biggest gripe with the hockey media is you never hear the stuff that would be like, oh, now that makes sense.
Yeah,
because they hide so much stuff. It's now the lower body, upper body injury type scenario where phenomenal player, but there's got to be something about him that he can't stick long term with the team. You know what I mean?
There could be something to it, Andy, too, where he's when you go first overall, and he was like the first overall of the overalls that Edmonton had when they had gotten all those picks. So he kind of got brought in. He got brought into the worst of the worst. They're like, you're the savior. You come into Edmonton, and you're in that Canadian media. You're gonna get labeled like you suck or you're not really you're good, but you're not this franchise guy that we expected.
Yep.
And now you get moved. Now you get moved to Jersey onto a decent team. Then he lands that MVP, goes to the Bruins, plays well, but he's on like a really, really, really good Bruins team. So he's not really like a top line guy.
Right.
So maybe he kind of learns to be like a secondary guy. Phoenix,
Blackhawks.
Blackhawks.
Say that. Yeah.
All the teams that he plays for, they all suck. So now you kind of like Blackhawks throw him towards Carolina. Now he's on another good team, and all of a sudden he's putting up points again. So maybe he's just not that. Maybe he doesn't drive play, but if you can put him with players that can play, he's pretty good. So I think he's like just falls under like not that like elite level. He's probably subpar, which if you go first overall, I guess you're supposed to be the guy that's over here. But he's kind of put together a really good career.
Yeah, been solid, and he can skate still. He can still skate. So and
that was his thing.
He's buying in, playing well defensively in Brendan Moore's system. So
it's funny when you look at it back, he was pretty much the consensus number one over Sagan. But when you look big picture over the whole career, would you rather have Sagan?
Where in Edmonton?
No, just overall, who would you rather have as a player, Taylor Hall or Sagan?
Oh, of course, Sagan. Yeah,
I'd rather go to a party with Sagan, though.
Yeah.
Well, the rumors are they're both a little known for the partying aspect.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
You know,
And then so
but the thing is, hold on for a second about the party and stuff. If you go back to and you read the book from Joe Walton,
All you fucking guys like to read.
I mean that's what those guys did. They went
they
out
lived on,
after
man.
the game. Who cares?
We're not
Yep.
we're not talking about beers, Ed.
No, I don't.
We're
Yeah.
talking about nose beers.
We're talking about the
Okay.
booger schnuger here, for
I take-
Hall
Those guys,
D.
those guys make more money than us.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if guys want to take bumps off of toilet seats, I mean, maybe Derek's former employer needs to do a better job.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I mean, you guys maybe should hit a couple more of those underwater submarines coming out.
Sink a
coming
few
out
more
of
of them. Yeah.
Derek,
Yeah.
you know as well as I do that it snows a lot in Edmonton going all the way back to the 70s. So
Yes. Yeah. I mean, they talked. Yeah. Yeah. Well, what
Yes.
else are you gonna
Coco,
do in
where's
between
Coco?
games? What the hell else are you gonna do in between games? So
I don't think get the submarines to Edmonton. I mean, that's what I
well
want.
look at our
Figure that out
good
for me.
friend Grant Fuhr, right?
Yeah.
Just-
He got caught up in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And he took the fall for everybody, I think. He didn't name names.
Yeah.
Not name names because I bet you he could tell some stories if he wanted to.
Yeah. I'm sure there's. Yeah. Yep. That's a great point.
But
The
those
name of the documentary is
stories were
called what?
time.
Making Coco.
Making. Yeah. Yep. Good documentary. It is
Great documentary.
Yep.
I read the book.
I mean, Thomas, weren't Studio 54
What was
times?
that, a sticker book?
Yeah.
Scratch and sniff, baby.
Yeah.
What was that, Ed?
I said, weren't the Studio 54 times a different era, man?
I think
Well,
so.
I mean, yeah, you want to go 54, Ron Duguay, and if you listen to Nifty on the Chicklets podcast, he was there all the time. They brought him, they kind of brought him along, if you will. Duguay brought Nifty along, mentor, if you will, and he was in 54 a lot, and it's kind of one of the reasons why the Rangers decided to get rid of him. They didn't think he was good. Kind of like a Sagan deal years later with the Bees, except the Bees got got the player that went on to have a sustained, solid, great career with them, and it's numbers in the rafters. So,
I mean, how many players from our era, we're all split with different, some like them, some don't like them, but everybody loves Nifty, right?
of course, yeah,
How
yeah,
can
he
you
was
not love Nifty.
yeah, yep.
And from a non-Bruins guy, still love
Right. That speaks volumes. And
Yeah.
speaking
Oh,
of Hall
yeah.
of Fame,
Oh,
it's a goddamn slam dunk. The guy should be in the Hall of Fame. But here we are,
Yep.
It's unfortunate. But yeah, great player. But the one I wanted to talk about was the third line for Vegas, Ryan, and boys here is Hurdle, Sissons, and Stone. So this would be a great matchup of depth. And that's what I'm kind of trying to get at is both teams have a lot of solid depth players. I think Hurdle, he had a really nice goal. Was it an overtime game? No, I don't think it was an overtime game, but he had a really nice goal. Put them up and the go-ahead goal in that game, they were down 3-0, I think, was Hurdle. But Sissons that was a solid depth piece as well. What I'm getting at here, I read something where there's only 2 players for each team that has been drafted in the first round by that team. I know Svechnikov, the one for Vegas, I don't even know if there is one, but it's just been a massive.
They always trade their first round pick.
Yeah, they trade him, but obviously, but Tulski has done a great job putting that roster together. I mean, the guy I'm going to come out with right now is Keandre Miller has shown how good he is. And, Ryan, we were talking about situation and is it his defensive partner? He just really has come into his own. And it just goes to show you how awfully inept Chris Drury and his staff are with the Rangers.
They gave up on
cannot
him.
develop players to save their fucking lives.
They gave up on him.
Yeah, they truly gave up on him. And that was a cool moment they showed him with his newborn son sitting on the bench. Awesome. He's really come into his own and had a solid season and playoff. And
he blocked shots with his back, Derek. That had to hurt.
Yeah.
It goes to Chris Pronger kind of said, takes 300 games
Yeah.
before you even come close to being in your peak as a defenseman.
Right.
So you're bringing these guys. You always want to justify where you took them in the draft. So they love to bring up these young guys before they're ready to play. They don't want to leave them down in the minors for 3 years because, I mean, what's your window as a GM? What's your window as a head coach?
Right.
So you're
Right.
drafting guys. You
Right.
need this. Their face needs to show up.
Yep.
And
Yep.
they don't have the patience to see it through.
No.
If you're on the big club, you should be the 5'6" guy. You shouldn't be a young guy and be on the top
Right.
tier.
I
Right.
think
And now you see him. Actually, I mean, you can't even say that the Rangers, when he was on the Rangers, they didn't suck.
No.
But he's
No.
they
No.
don't. The Rangers never played with the structure of Carolina.
Oh God, no.
So he's a structured guy. He's not a guy that's going to go out there and score all kinds of points. But that's a guy you
Right.
win with. He's got size.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, I think too the thing that's lost with with rushing the young talent up too quick is they're so, from a business standpoint. I don't think it's. I do agree it's about the save face with where you pick, but I think that they want to sell tickets and they want faces for what fans are following. So they want to sell that swag. They want to.
Yeah.
They want to sell you that T-shirt. They want to sell you that season ticket. They want. So they're like they rush the talent, and I think it's counterproductive. But the business side of it, they don't care. It's like
No.
at your
It's
work,
money.
they don't care. They care about the money. They don't care.
Yeah.
So they don't care about the player itself. They care about that number on that T-shirt that they're selling to that fan.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
it's
Because
wrong in a
the
way.
player is a commodity. The player is just a product. It doesn't matter.
Right.
And I mean, and that's coming straight from somebody that worked for a certain organization on the island of the Long. Just saying, I mean, they're a product.
Yeah.
It's
They're a product.
Tommy, you want to feel
as a
some pain?
as a Blackhawks fan, perfect example.
Yeah.
Well, what's that, Derek?
I was going to say, you want to feel some pain. Do you know the draft pick that the Rangers, they drafted Miller at the back end of the first round. They got that pick from the Bruins
Oh,
for at the time, we're like, hey, this is going to work out, a Taylor Hall type player, but he got a concussion and was never the same. Rick Nash.
oh God,
Oh.
yeah.
Never heard of them.
Yes.
One of his favorites.
Yeah.
Oh
So-
man, no, I was gonna say with Blackhawks, take Levshunov second overall, already on the Blackhawks, already trying to put him in the top pair, and then the guy that everybody wanted, Demidov, on Montreal with a lot of skill, kids lighting it up, and now the poor kid who was great at Michigan State. The kid pretty much played like 1 year in Russia, 1 year for Michigan State, and now he's already on the Blackhawks. And
Yeah.
it's like now the fans are burying him because the kid's like
Right.
19, 20 years old, and he's already playing in the NHL in the top line. Yeah, I don't get it. It's terrible.
I think he should have gone back to state for another year.
You know what I think it is too? He went to state as a athlete. Something tells me that kid, it wasn't about the school. So
No.
I don't think you could get out of there fast enough. But
No.
you have an AHL.
Yeah.
You're rebuilding. Stick his ass down there for freaking 2 years and let the kid learn how to play hockey.
Ed, with NIL, isn't college kind of an extension of like an AHL or?
Now it is, yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I think that nowadays, like whether it be football or hockey, I mean, like these guys are making more money staying in school than they
Yeah.
are going to the show.
Right.
And so, like, the thing about it is just that, I mean, look, I look at it from this standpoint. Why wouldn't you want to live at school, make a couple $1 million a year, take a couple classes, take a couple classes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I'm gonna turn pro now. And
Yeah.
and but you actually learn how to play the game and you get stronger. I mean, like we always used to talk about, father strength, right? Like, like you talk about that 18 to 21-year-old strength versus man strength. I mean, man's different, I mean, and like you gain that when you're playing in college. So
Right.
I don't know.
And
Yeah.
Ryan, why I said the second year is because I'm going to list 3 guys that went back to college for their second years, and it paid dividends. McCarr, Quinn Hughes, 2 bad passes in here.
No.
And Lane Hudson went back for his second year. And so it paid dividends. I really thought Artem should have stayed, not just because I'm a fan of the team, but for the development of it. And it's going to just become somewhat more important now. We'll see, Ryan, maybe we'll talk draft down the road, but I mean, out of the top 6 picks coming up here, you're probably looking at least 4 that are going to be defensemen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where do they go? So it's something to look at downrange for sure.
And
It's hard too when you look in draft. I'm guilty of it. You need that solid number 1, number 2 defenseman to win a cup. You ain't winning a cup without having some solid D.
No.
But when you're at the draft, you don't want the meat and potatoes. You want the dessert. So it's you don't want to sit around and wait 3 or 4 years for somebody to develop and be good. You look at it now, like all those guys that get taken, whatever, even take top 20 picks. You go D. How many of them turn out to be really good?
Yeah.
Drafting D's like drafting quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah.
You might think that, you get a Schaefer, you get a McCarr, Quinn, he went early.
I
But
can't
there's a shit ton of them that went early that like most of the guys that go in the say top 10, it's all off points. It's all off scoring.
Yeah.
Then you get to the NHL and you can't play defense.
Hello, Evan Bouchard.
Yeah, you can't play. I mean, hey, whatever. He kind of stepped it up this year. I'll give the devil his due. But is he stepping it up now because he's aging? He's been through the playoffs. He's coming around. So it's like, say you hit like 24, 25, you don't know what you got in a defenseman.
I think Ed brought up about Paul Coffey being on that Edmonton staff, and that helped, Bouchard. So player development.
He's going back to Pittsburgh, I believe.
You're going to draft a kid that's 18, 19, 16, 17, 18, and 19? Like, what are they really showing?
Yep.
I mean, they're going to go play against, like, actual grown men.
Yeah.
When they go to the show.
Yeah. I mean, legit, if you're drafting a defenseman, that kid should be in college for almost 3 years.
At least 2 at college. Then
you go from there. I mean, whatever. If you got somebody that's generational or whatever, everybody likes to throw that word out now. You shouldn't be in the NHL unless you're world class, 1 in a million.
Yeah, Chase Reed is going to college somewhere. The Carell's kid is going to college somewhere around. I think we're going to hear it probably post draft, but yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, everybody's saying that the Sharks might take him second instead of going with Stenberg. But it's if they grab him, they grab Dickinson early.
Yeah,
everybody says he stinks, but the kid's young.
Yep.
So.
And he played pretty much at a pro factory for the Hunter brothers in London. So it's not like he's stunted development wise.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Derek, back to that third line on Vegas. Is the Mark Stone rule in effect as usual? That
of course he'll be hurt, come back, hurt, come back, hurt, come back. It's too bad because he's such a good player. He really is. He's a great player on the power play. He finds those right spots. Such a smart player, even though he's, mid-30s now. He just stick is always in the right spot. But he's forever going to be. And again, as Ryan said, they were playing to the rules. Right? They were playing to the rules.
I have a little tidbit I want to add for the people that watch. And if you're going to watch the playoffs, remember I said this, the next time you see these 2 players, 1 on each side, something to watch, a little inside baseball. You know what a resting bitch face is, right? You know that term, what it is? Okay, so why does Mark Stone and Seth Jarvis, 1 on each team, why does Seth Jarvis' face look like he's always going to cry? And why does Mark Stone always looks like he's constipated? He's got the face like he's just waiting to take a dump and he can't go. Like
Mark Stone's got a face like he should be on a 1978 OPG.
Good call.
He's like,
Hey, they're both. Maybe there's something in the water, Andy. They're both Manitobans, so maybe
oh
there's something
man,
up
there's
there.
something there must be some, I don't know,
Winnipeg boys. Maybe
some
there's something
tin in
going
that
on up
water.
I
there.
think Seth Jarvis has the maple leaf up his cool from not getting left off the Olympic team.
Oof. See
Yeah,
that
yeah,
face?
yeah.
It's like, dude, you look like you're about to tear up over nothing. You're winning.
Hey, Andy, oh,
Hey,
go ahead.
Derek.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Derek, I'm going to say it's Coughlin's Law, man. Where did he come from?
Who's this?
I mean, Coughlin, who scored the goal?
Oh,
The Frenchman from Vegas.
Yeah,
Came out of
yeah,
nowhere.
yeah. He came up a couple years ago. I think they were. Ryan, did he not pot a hat trick sometime early on, and then like went away, and then he came back? It's amazing, you know. Again, we go back. You get the right D partner. You get the right coaching development. It's you know it's you know it's you know what it is. It's like cornerback. It's just one of those positions that people don't realize how hard it is to play and master it, if you will. So, yep.
I want to just say it's like one of those stories that guys that come out of the woodwork during the Stanley Cup playoffs.
yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
Because they play that style then.
all of a sudden it's like, where'd this guy come from? All of a sudden he has this huge backstory, and it's like he just kept sticking with it, and here he is.
Yep. Tommy, former Bruin. That's Greg Hoggood.
Yes.
That was a guy who came
Ooh.
out of nowhere. Former Flyer, well, former
Wow.
Oiler. He went everywhere. But that was a guy who came. Look at Torrey Krug. I mean,
Yep.
he played a little bit in the AHL. Came up. He was the power play quarterback. So yeah, yep. Hey Andy, I had I don't know if we want to talk about it between the five of us. I really wanted to get the former player perspective here, but the state tax loophole rule is really, you've got 18.7% of the teams in the league don't have state taxes. And in the last 8 years, excluding the 19 Blues Bruins matchup, you've had teams that in the final that don't have the state taxes. And that's 62.75%. So the numbers don't lie. So there's something there, and I really wanted to get like Van de Bush or Passmore's opinion on it, but it's not going away, you know. But it's tough, you know. Dallas, obviously Vegas, and the Florida teams,
Yep.
and then
Nashville.
and then I mean, who knows if they're ever going to do anything? But
Oh,
Seattle.
Yep.
But I think Seattle I think they voted to bring state tax back, or it's coming, or something like that. But it's a big deal, especially for the Canadian teams. In my opinion, it really. I mean, would you rather go to Montreal? Would Rantanen look beautiful in a Canadian sweater? He wanted nothing to do with that state tax. You know, the taxes they have up there, and so it's a real thing, and I don't know what they're supposed to do.
And the worst part about it is, shouldn't you think it'd be the chum on the in the water should be the other way around, where it's the awful winter locked states that should have no state tax to draw somebody there.
Keep it even.
On the flip side,
Yeah.
it's all even Tennessee.
Sunbelt, yeah.
Nice to live there.
Yep, Sunbelt teams. And
Sunbelt.
Yep.
The worst one is Washington State. Yeah, out of all of them.
Yeah. Yep.
And go figure. They're one of the ones that stink.
Well, New Hampshire is a tax-free state, as you know, and they don't have any pro hockey. But I mean, a lot of the former, if you know, guys like Bobby Carpenter and Middleton, they're in the area, but they live in New Hampshire because of it's tax-free.
Nope, absolutely. So, hey, Ed lives in Florida. I lived in Florida. It's a beautiful thing. So, I mean, it's not going away.
I'm just going to tell you, like, my way to work, a lot of times, I drive along, all of a sudden I turn up on a bridge, and I see the Emerald Coast, and I have, let's just say, a considerable amount of money left more in my pocket than I would if I worked in Massachusetts.
Yep.
Period. And the thing about it is just that, I mean, and like, you have to think about, like, I was listening to something, so the number's going to be a little bit skewed because I don't remember all of this. But if you play the Super Bowl in California, you have to pay California state tax.
Yeah.
You have to pay a California sports tax. So the guys that like are on the bottom of the roster in the NFL, like guy 49, 50 to 53, they lose money by going to the Super Bowl.
Yep. Yeah, that was the quarterback there. Darnold talked about that. Yep.
Donald.
Yep. Hey Andy, to me, it just you can't. I don't want excuses. I want results. You have to develop your players better. You have to, if you have control of them for a certain amount of time, and you gotta develop them and get what you can from them. And if they're gonna jump to Vegas at 27 as a UFA, hey man, you better have that succession plan in place. It's not fair, but it's not going away anytime soon.
But there's a way around that though, because the thing about it is like if you just take Boston as an example, look at all the companies that are in Boston that have huge media money to pay these guys. So I mean, like you can offset that. It's not a problem. You just have to have a good agent that can be creative. And okay, look, yeah, we know that you're going to take this. You're going to lose about $16 million, but hey, we're going to go talk to Dunkin' Donuts, and
Yeah,
we're going to.
it's a great point.
$16 million.
That's a great point.
I mean, they did that with Gronk. I mean, they did that with Gronk. They did that with Brady. I mean, they did that with Jules. I mean, they did that. They did that with. I mean, look at Pasta with the Pepsi commercial, which is the dumbest, stupid ass commercial I've ever seen in my life. I mean, for a multi-trillion-dollar company like Pepsi, Frito-Lay Pepsi, and they have like some dude that's running across a hockey rink and slides across the ice. It is the worst commercial I've ever seen in my life.
So
he needs to get decked from behind.
Come on, give me a break. Really?
So if I can read between the lines, you want Pepsi and Frito-Lay to sponsor the podcast, right? That's what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Hey, put me on a plane. I'll solve that commercial, no problem.
And we'll have Brad run across the ice.
That would be great.
Now
do that.
For a little bit of devil's advocate pushback. How about Carolina?
Yeah.
Who could win it all? $12 million under the cap.
Yeah. No, exactly, Ryan. They've developed. They've made some shrewd trades.
It's kind of funny though, because what's their knock? No superstar.
No superstar.
Well, it's not done yet. They haven't.
No. I'm saying they Vegas beats them, then it totally goes the other way. But somehow, some way, it's a copycat league.
That's
another reason why I want Carolina to win, because all of a sudden all these teams are going to be like, we don't need a superstar. We don't need to pay our guys to win. We just need the right guys.
The identity goes through the coach there, like we said at the top. That's what it is. Yeah, I mean Aho, Svechnikov, Ehlers, good solid players. They're not franchise type players. So it's a very good point. Very good point.
No, but then you keep everybody under 10 million.
Yeah.
You get these teams, man. They start having to pay one dude 15.
Yeah.
Kills your back end.
Bill, I hate to beat Bill Guerin because he paid Kaprizov, and now here comes Quinn Hughes.
That's the first thing I thought of.
Three cups. Then Taves and Kane both caught 11 million, and their contracts, they started the same year, so it was the contract year was up at the same time.
Yep.
Once they got those two big contracts, that was it. Dynasty done.
Well, but they
didn't even make playoffs no more.
It's sustained because of obviously those two players and the coach. It was great coach. Yeah. I mean that's Brindamore here. It's that's the one constant, if you will, is having that coach that everybody buys in.
Yep.
So, hey, that's a good point. That's a good point, Ed, about the agents. Ryan and I talked about this all the time. I really think it's not that we're not going to be flooded in the market with it, but Bill Zito, former player agent, Kent Hughes, former player agent. These guys are thriving in their front office roles, and don't be surprised if more teams look to agents. I think Pat Brisson, who's like the Scott Boras of hockey, was on Chickless. He's like, I've been tempted. I've been contacted by over 12, a dozen teams, but he never wants to do it. But guys are always looking for a different way. You can't argue with the success Zito and Hughes have had. So,
well, looking at it from the back end of it, having one of those guys that's a former agent, they know all the BS loopholes, and they know all the they know all the fine print. Let's just say, and it's a shrewd move from a team that, hey, maybe you're not a big market team, but you're looking to make a splash as like a Utah or Seattle or something like that. And why not? And don't be surprised if these smaller teams like that try to get teams off the ground, like what Detroit did with Mayo, that it's not, more of a thing. Because
you kind of look at it like, you got an ex-player. Say he comes out of Canada. Say he played junior hockey. What kind of education are these guys getting coming up? I mean,
nothing.
Just because you're good doesn't mean you're a genius.
Right.
These are billion dollar industries, and you're gonna entrust that to somebody just because they were good at something.
Yeah.
It's like, Andy, it's like taking somebody at work that's been working there for 50 years and they're going to put them in charge of the run of the corporation because they've been running the press since 1972.
Fuji Morocco, as soon as you mentioned it, I was thinking the same thing.
Oh my God. It's like, give me the lawyer, give me the agent, give me the nerd. I need somebody that can crunch numbers. I mean, I don't want to go full analytics here. You could have the X guy to be your play, whatever, like the Cam Neely role, but the GM,
that's not working.
The money guy.
Well, I was just gonna say, Tommy, where did Sweeney go to school?
I'm not a Sweeney guy, but at least the guy did go to Harvard. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
much.
but he's one of those guys that he's like Breslow, where I'm sure when you start talking to him, he'll mention that like 3 times in the conversation.
Yeah, he the smartest man in the room. No question about it.
Definitely not geniuses of common sense.
No, it's not so common sense. Yep. But
Derek, you want to start slowly wrapping up the episode?
Yeah, I was going to say, do you want to do picks, cup picks, and Conn Smythe picks?
Let's do.
Okay.
Go ahead. You can you fire around.
I have the Knights in 7 with Mitch Marner as the Conn Smythe.
Ed, who you got?
I'm going to go with Carolina in 7.
And who you got for MVP?
I'm going to go against the grain.
You can't pick Tortorella.
No. No, I'm going to go with Taylor Hall.
Oh, wow.
I like it.
All right.
I like it.
All right.
I mean,
Professor.
I do believe that Seabass could make a good push for it. He's due.
This one's a coin toss to me, so I'm going to go with the team I think that has the most ex-Bruins. I'm going with Carolina in 6. And I'm going to go with Freddie Andersen for the good heartstring story with Claude Lemieux.
Yeah, I like that. Yep.
All right, Phantom, who you got?
Going Vegas in 6 and going with Carter Hart because on the 1973 podcast, we love cancer culture.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna not to copy Derek, but I'm pretty much spot on with that. I want Vegas to win so bad, just for multiple reasons, not just for the goaltending and the coach, but it just sets a precedent for what you don't want hockey to become. So I'm going Vegas. I think they're more fun to watch than Carolina. Carolina can bore you at times, even though they did step up the physical game. There's a reason why they got bounced to Florida a couple of years in a row.
Yeah.
It's that physical style. They can't hang with somebody that really brings the heavies. I thought Philly was gonna really start throwing the body around. They disappointed me. So I gotta go Vegas in 7, and I'm copying Derek too. I want to see Mana win the Conn Smythe, just for the old middle finger to the league that he wasn't the problem guy. And I still think out of the 3, I think Nylander could be the problem guy. That's just me. Willie Styles could be the guy because
I'll take him.
Yeah,
I'll take him in a heartbeat. Yeah,
right, of course. But I'm just saying, out of the 3, if there was problems, I don't think you don't win necessarily with guys like that unless they're just like maybe he'll be a Taylor Hall someday.
Do you see the things with him fighting with Berube in the practices?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Because they don't practice hard.
Yep.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
Verbal, you want to go at it with Chief, but I think Chief can still
Yeah.
throw him
I'm
around.
not messing with him.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
See that scar on his head? That guy don't mess around.
He's one of those guys that looks like he has a grown man strength where if he grabs you, you aren't going anywhere.
No.
He's like,
Absolutely
No.
not.
No.
So a little inside baseball on the Chief because it came up, but side note is he's probably going to go take a high-end office job with the Flyers for a little while because he he still lives in PA, and he's good friends with Tocchet and Jonesy. There's some lore with those guys from when they were traveling buddies. I think they're gonna bring him in the fold as like not so much a front office guy, but high up in between Jonesy and Briere, and until something else comes along. But unless something happens over the summer, that's what I heard. So it's good to see Chief back there with all the guys. Get him out there doing some goodwill ambassador, shaking hands and kissing babies again. Character guy, gotta love those guys.
You bringing Bruce Halford back as like goalie coach or something now?
You know what's funny about him? I talked to him on Facebook.
Aqua Forest.
I tried to get him on the podcast. He said he doesn't have enough to talk about. Imagine that. And I'm like, neither do we, but we can talk 1990 score set with him. So
Future stars, baby.
What a great rookie card that was. So
yeah.
But yeah, do you feel like we want to wrap up the episode? We're about an hour and 15 into it.
Yeah. Hey, I just got a last shot here with no games until Tuesday, guys. People out there, check out the Memorial Cup Championship tomorrow night. It's going to be Everett Silvertips versus the wagon that is the Kitchener Rangers. Rangers have a couple kids who played for the Hunters in London the last 2 years. So this is their third straight year in the Memorial Cup. It's been a lot of fun, great hockey. There's been scraps. Again, like we said, kids from the Quebec Major who can't scrap in their league have been throwing the knuckles in the tournament. So it's been a lot of fun to watch. So 7:00 tomorrow night's on NHL Network.
There you go. 7:00 NHL Network Sunday night for you people that don't have anything to watch. There's no pay-per-views on or anything like that. And go get your Memorial Cup on. So
yes, it's good hockey.
That has been your 1973 podcast Stanley Cup Finals for this year. I want to thank the fellas, the core, the hockey group, showing up to chirp with the boys, as we say. And any potting shots from the crew? I guess that's a no.
That's a zero.
Live in a state with no state
Pucks
tax.
in deep, boys. Pucks in deep.